All right, guys, welcome to the beginner back flexibility workout follow-along video. So we're going to start with a warm-up, which is going to be our cat-cow stretch. Just get on all fours, just like so. And we're going to start by arching the back up, letting the head drop down, and going back sort of that neutral position. And then you're going to drop the belly, lift the head, and then go back all the way up. This is number 2. And to that cow stretch. And we're working on rep number 3. We're going to do 10 of these. And back up. And all the way through. That's number 5. We're halfway through. And 6. Try and remember to breathe. That was 7. And 8. And 9. Last one. Pause in the arch real quick. And then go back down. Pause in this one for a second. And come back down to a seated position. Now we're going to do our roll down. We're going to do it on both sides. So start in a cross-leg position if you can manage it, or sit down in a chair. You're going to rotate to one side. Start with the head, nod the chin, inhale, roll forward, reaching slowly, rolling through the upper back, then the mid back, and then the lower back. Exhale. At the bottom, inhale, and then pull the belly button toward the spine as you roll yourself all the way back up and to the other side. Inhale, rolling, exhale, reaching forward, inhale at the bottom. Belly button in toward the spine as you exhale, go back up. That was rep number 1. We're going to do it 5 times total. Again, rolling forward toward that first side. Reaching far forward. Belly button in toward the spine as you roll yourself back up. And back over to that second side. Nod the chin first, then roll forward, reaching over to the side. Pause. Belly button toward the spine as you unravel all the way up tall, and back over to the first side. Nod the chin, reaching forward. Remember to breathe, and unraveling back up tall, and over to the second side. Nod the chin, slowly reaching. Pause, belly button in as you roll yourself all the way up. We're going to do it one more time on both sides. Nod the chin, rolling and reaching. Belly button in toward the spine and lift all the way up. And this is the last time. Here we go. Nod the chin, rolling and reaching all the way forward. And belly button in toward the spine. Unraveling, lifting all the way up tall. And take a little rest. Wiggle out your spine a little bit. You should already feel much more awake, but we've got one more exercise that concludes our warm-up. So stay sitting, grow as tall as you possibly can, hands on the elbows, and you're going to rotate toward the side, grow tall as you rotate, as far as you can, and bring it back over directly to the other side, grow tall as you rotate, and bring it back. That's 1. Ooh. Remember to breathe. Inhale as you go to the side. 2. Back to the first side, growing tall. Ooh, that's 3. Back to that first side. And rotating directly over to that second side. That's 4. Last time on both sides. Ooh. Ooh. All right, go ahead and shake out that spine. Whew. That's really good. All right, now we're going to go on to the meat of our workout. We're going to do these next 3 exercises twice. So we're going to do 2 sets. And if I feel like it, maybe even 3. But we're going to start with our seal stretch. I'll actually face this way. All you're going to do is start laying down with your pelvis on the ground, and you're going to push yourself up with your arms and lift up tall. Don't crunch down on your back like this. You want to grow tall as you do it. A beginner is going to be out here. A slightly more advanced person is going to have the hands closer in. And hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. Breathing deeply. growing as tall as you possibly can, relaxing. Don't crunch down on the back. Just stay tall. Should feel a huge abdominal stretch. Focus on that breath, growing tall the whole time. Almost done. And come on out of that stretch. Take a second to round your back and sit back towards your heels. This helps release any of that extra tension that you built up in your back while doing that. There we go, and come on out of it. Now we're going to come to a seated position, and we're going to do our pike. So let your feet go in front of you, and normally a pike is where you reach forward and you grab your toes, but we're going to do it a little bit different today since it's more about the back than it is about the hamstrings. So what you're going to do is get your legs as straight as possible. If you can't quite get them straight, it's okay to have them slightly bent. But what you're going to do is instead of reaching forward, you're going to reach your nose down toward your knees. So find that position that you feel a stretch through your back and your hamstrings, and you're going to hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. Breathing deeply. Focus on your breathing. Sink that nose deeper down. You might find that the longer you hold the stretch, the deeper you'll be able to sink into it. Keep that back rounded and come on out of it. And go back. Let that back relax for a second. And now we're going to go to our full twist. So in our warm-up, what we did is we just held our elbows and we went over to the side. That's an active stretch. But we're going to do the same stretch, but we're going to do a passive version. So bring your feet in front of you. Put your left leg or your right leg, whatever side. You're going to put it in front of you. And now you're going to bring your opposite arm across. And you're going to twist to the side. But you're not going to stay crunched down like this. You're actually going to try and grow tall while you do it. And you're going to hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. Starting now. Breathing deeply. Hold that twist. It's hard to breathe when your spine is all crunched together against your leg, but just try and get those breaths in as deeply as you possibly can. Some of you will feel a glute stretch as well. That's good. All of it is connected together. Stay tall as you stretch, focusing in on that breath. And we're going to switch sides. Straighten that leg. Other leg across. Other arm across. And again, same thing. Grow tall. And then start the stretch. 30 seconds. Here we go. Breathing deeply. Stay tall. Stay tall. Feel the stretch through the glute and the back. Focusing on that little breath that you can get in. Might not be as deep as you like it, but that is okay. And come on out of that stretch. All right, shake out that back a little bit. If you are somebody with a back injury, you might want to take it a little bit softer on some of these stretches. But if your back is super healthy, you could kind of push into these stretches a little bit, but never into pain. So we're going to go back to that first stretch. We're going to our seal stretch, but we're actually going to do a little bit more of an advanced version now. Keep the toes on the ground. We're going to try a cobra. If you can't do it, you're going to keep your pelvis on the ground and do the seal stretch. But all you're going to do is keep your pelvis off of the ground and lift up into that same stretch. Hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. Breathing deeply. Keep the knees and pelvis off the ground if you can. If it gets too difficult halfway through, it's totally okay to lay your pelvis and your knees on the ground. Focus on that ab stretch. Remember, not crunching down on the back, staying tall through the stretch. Breathing deeply. And come on out of that stretch. Again, knees under you, Sink your hips back. This is the child's pose. This is a pose in yoga, but I learned about it in Pilates. It's really, really helpful after doing a back extension to do some sort of flexion like so. All right, come on out of it and go back to your seated position. And we're going to do our pike stretch again. So here we go. Keep these legs together or close together. And knees straight if you can. It's okay to bend them if you have to, but here we go. Nose down toward the knees. Breathing deeply. Here we go. 30 seconds. It's really hard to breathe in these exercises sometimes, but really just focus your intentions on breathing in deeply and breathing out. And if you can't quite breathe deeply, that is okay. Just do what you can. And come on out of that stretch. Shake out those legs a little bit. And we're going to go to our full twist. Here we go. One leg straight, one leg across. Grow tall. Hand over the knee. Pull yourself into the twist, holding for 30 seconds. Here we go. Breathing deeply. Notice how my breaths are a little shorter. It's because it's hard to breathe in this position, but I am trying my best. Stay tall. And switch sides. Straighten the leg. Other leg over. Remember, grow tall. Arm over the knee. Twist. Hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. Stay tall. Breathing deeply. Such a beautiful day in the park today. But there are some sirens. I don't know if you guys can hear it. All right, come on out of that stretch. Shake out those legs. Shake out that spine a little bit. Make sure everything's okay. And that concludes our beginner spinal workout. Stay flexy, guys. Programs are available on Ganbaroo.